And now we get to the side questing part of the game. Or, well, I guess this is main.
I'd love
this
to
is...
get side questing part of the game, except I can't see what's going on.
Good on that body of yours. Why don't you sit your sweet little ass down beside
Oh, wait.
the park and
Seems to
have a
have cleared
drink?
up.
See where
That's
this
good.
goes.
Seems to have. I think it just needs time to catch up, and I need to turn off, like, everything in the background.
I'm sorry.
Not your fault. My fault for having an internet connection that sucks. Ugh. Oh, great. That was a wonderful moment to come back to.
You trying to hurt my feelings? You gotta do better than that. After 20 years with CSEC, I've been called every name in the book.
Does he know who you are?
No.
Probably not.
Is he going to go, oh,
Told you could help me find
fish when he realizes?
No.
Garrus?
Oh, that's a
You
shame.
must be one of Captain Anderson's crew.
You're not in his line of... Shepard isn't in his line of command.
I know where Garrus is.
Yeah, but she is a
You gotta
hero.
Tell me something first.
Nah.
Big secret.
Is there something I should know about the captain?
Heroes are mostly just people who happen to be in this right place at the right time and were not complete arsewipes about it.
The first human
Ain't that the truth for this game?
and then he blew it. Screwed up his mission so bad they kicked him out. Of course, he blames Saren. Says the Turians set him up.
You said they covered all this up. How'd you hear about it?
I spent 20 years working.
He knew
cases here on the
secrets.
Citadel. People on this station love to talk. Secrets are like herpes.
Ew!
You
Who?
got 'em,
I don't
no one
like
else
this
spread
guy.
'em around.
You're a pig.
Just noticed
Thank
that
you,
now.
Shepard, for saying what we all thought.
Just tell me where Garrus went.
Garrus was sniffing around Dr. Michelle's office.
I think this
Can we
is the first
shoot
time
him, Jack? Is shooting him an option? Does he have a model, as they say?
Not in this game.
Crap.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, good. Go.
Yeah, not allowed to shoot him, sorry.
Crap.
Which is good, because then the quest line in the sequel would be screwed up a bit.
Oh, my
Or
heart.
not, I don't know.
Well, Mass Effect 3 was pretty malleable.
I know. They just have to get somebody to do a completely alternate dialogue and stuff for basically everybody in that section of the quest.
This is why alternate reality games are, by comparison, much easier to redesign. Last minute panic? Great! Get Rick to do a French accent and get Kara in his translator. That counts as a puzzle. That worked out well. What a lovely place, though.
Yeah, this game does have some pretty nice views in it.
We were saying the other time that we were looking at the trees in the Citadel and how it always feels really strange to me to have like trees that have been brought in to naturify or whatever an otherwise entirely artificial human settlement, and it always just feels wrong.
Human settlement.
Yeah. Yes.
All
Do
right.
other aliens not do that?
Well, I mean, I'm speaking about the Citadel specifically, but
Alright, so Harkins said that Garrus was sniffing around the med clinic, so might as well check in here. What could go wrong?
Anyone, I swear.
Oh look, he's literally sniffing around the med.
Comes around, you stay smart. Keep your mouth shut.
Oh goodness.
Who are you?
Let her go.
Oh,
standoff.
not a very long standoff. That was a very good shot.
Garrus is
I like
a good
that.
shot.
I like him.
One of his weapons is the sniper rifle.
Can we keep him?
Yeah, Garrett, he's actually one of the only companions you can get in all 3 games.
Yay!
There is one other character for whom that is true.
A small, cuddly hedgehog who is sitting and watching this film with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got him
Whose
from
hedgehog
Beamish.
is it?
It's my hedgehog, not a real hedgehog. But I
Okay,
wish I had a
alright.
real hedgehog. I don't think you can actually legally keep them as pets here. I don't know what the rule is. I know in some places you can, and some places you can't, but I'm not sure what the rule is here.
I know you can get. I know you can have them legally as pets here in the
Yeah.
U.S. Because my sister wants one.
See, the only problem is they're adorable, but how do you give them hugs? Just
You carefully pet them,
Perfect
yeah, but
timing.
that
very
it's kind of
carefully.
like
You don't
give-
actually hug them.
what's the point?
Glad I can help.
That was a joke.
Are you hurt?
No, I'm okay.
Point.
Okay.
All of you.
It jogs.
I know those men threatened you, but if you tell us who they work for, we can protect you. They work
Sorry,
for Feast.
focusing on Shepard now.
They wanted to shut me up, keep me from telling Garrus about the Quarian.
So apparently you can have a hedgehog in the UK, but only if it's a very specific type of hedgehog,
A
the
few days
African
ago,
pygmy
a
hedgehog.
Quarian came by my office. She'd been shot, but she wouldn't
Hedgehog
tell
is a
me who
hedgehog.
did it. I could tell she was scared, probably on the run. She
I hope,
asked me
I hope
about
that the hedgehog
Citadel.
appreciates murder
She
because
wanted
I
to
just
trade
killed 3 dudes.
information in exchange for a
He's quite a tough little dude. He's got a backbone. He minds not.
This is also a good time to note that at least early on in the game, the enemies in Mass Effect have very, very little self-preservation sense. So
Yeah, I noticed that.
yeah, they will take cover, and then even if they're continuing to get shot at, they won't actually move to a different piece of cover that could actually block them getting shot at.
Yeah, the AI only got really, in terms of a diversity of enemies and enemy abilities. I think 3 probably had the best advancement compared to the previous games. 2 did a lot better than this one, but I think 3 had the variety of enemies be a lot better.
Saren must have made him quite the offer.
That Quarian must have
Okay.
something Saren wants.
That's good.
Something worth crossing the Shadow Broker to get.
What else can you tell me about the Quarian? I'm not sure.
Such as actually making melee combat something that could happen.
She didn't.
But not hands
Wait a
going through
minute.
hair, apparently.
Yes.
I shouldn't take the mic. This is a pretty advanced graphics for the time.
She must be able to make
That
Saren
actually
forget.
stays a problem throughout the
There's no
series.
way the Council
Oh,
can
okay.
ignore this.
Yeah, just because of the amount of variety of like hair models or gun sizes and
Yeah.
shapes and stuff, they tend to clip through bodies and stuff like that.
Speaking as an animation degree holder, hair is a pain in the bum.
Yeah,
Like,
you'll
will
notice that
never not be a
Shepard's
pain.
hair looks really kind of clumped. And part of that's
Yes,
because
and-
I have the model detail down pretty low, but
Case in point, they waited until they were very good at 3D before they even tried to make Rapunzel, and it was still hell.
Time we paid Fist a visit.
Yeah, I remember
But I want to bring Saren.
when I was a kid, I was a fan of this show called VeggieTales, which
I
is
remember
basic.
that.
Okay, and basically there was the point where they introduced a character for one episode, for one iteration of the show, and they were going to keep her around as a reoccurring character, like most of the cast, but they couldn't do that because she had actual hair, and it was a pain in the ass for them to animate that.
also
They were already limited to virtual vegetables, you know, it's...
And if you go back and look at the early episodes, they did not have great animation. It did not have a very good budget.
Garrus wants to join us because he wants to take down Saren. So you asked if we could
Cool.
keep him, so let's go ahead and keep him.
Yay!
Welcome aboard, Garrus.
We're
Garrus.
keeping Garrus.
Garrus, the broest guy in the game.
Go,
All of
Garrus.
the games.
Named Rex to take him out.
Yeah, we heard about him.
And let's go pick up Rex too.
The Krogan might come in handy.
Last I heard, he was at the CSEC Academy.
Oh yeah, Rex.
What's he doing there?
Fist accused him
Krogan.
of making threats.
Which ones are they again?
Brought Rex in
You'll
for
see.
a little talk. If you hurry, you can catch him at the
They're not the little mole people, those,
No.
those have an oddly appropriate name, don't they?
They're named Volus. So here's the squad selection screen. Before we only had
Volus.
Cade and Ashley, but now we have Garrus and we can only take 2 of them with us.
Okay.
So I tend to try and keep things as balanced as possible. So
This game generally makes it easy by showing relative specializations. For instance, Garrus has some tech and some combat,
Right.
whereas Caden has some biotics and some tech. But what Ashley is almost entirely tech. If you if you remember the class selection, Vanguard, Sentinel, Infiltrator, all that stuff, each of the six party members you can recruit in this game correspond to one of those classes. Ashley is a soldier, Caden is a Sentinel, Garrus is a Infiltrator. Yeah,
Yes.
Infiltrator. And then the other three, who I'm not going to mention, are from left to right: Biotic, Vanguard, and Engineer.
So essentially, does this mean that different squad members are appropriate for different missions, so you get a chance to use all of them?
Ostensibly, yes, but
Realistically, not in this game.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Essentially, you'll want to find the characters who you enjoy using most and then stick with them.
Yeah.
And
So-
you can synergize with, well,
I'm going to go ahead and take Garrus and Ashley,
Yay!
because
I like
Caden's kind
Ashley.
of boring.
yeah, Caden's a bit boring in this game.
You can go ahead and level Garrus up.
He is so cool. Hey, Krika, he looks like he's ready for an augmented reality deal.
Yeah.
That movie was traumatic, by the way.
Yeah.
Killed
Villain
Grandpa.
cred. How to establish villain cred? Let's kill one of the more beloved characters of the franchise.
Yes. Rage.
Anyway, what I tend to do in leveling up in this game is level up the passives first, like Turian Agent, Biotic, and stuff.
I do
Max
too,
those
except I'm also paranoid about finding a decryption or electronics thing that I can't use.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I always
that
level up
sucks.
my-
That sucks.
I usually level up my tech characters to be able to do that.
Okay.
There's a side conversation happening somewhere. I can't find it, so
I
let's
love
ignore
the
it.
fact that those little conversations are happening everywhere. That is really cool.
So
They do. There's a lot of atmospheric stuff, especially with the elevators conversations and ads.
The-
Oh god, those things.
Fake loading screens.
hey, look, another elevator.
Elevator music.
These are like in the second and third games, they talk about and lampshade and poke fun at these elevators.
I think it's quite a clever way to get around this kind of screen. Although I should note, creating games without any loading screens whatsoever was possible as far back as the PlayStation 2 era. I remember Jack 2 didn't have any loading screens. Actually, neither did Jack 1, not Jack and Daxter, now that I think about it. You were running from one place to the other, which was cool. But I kind of like the elevators, I'll be honest.
It's not so much that they're bad, so much as just that they take forever. Like if like whatever conversation or ad happens in the elevator, and then as soon as that ends, it finishes loading and you're where you are. That's
Yeah.
fine. But if you do that and then have to wait another 2 minutes on top of that,
Yeah.
then it gets annoying. That's why people
Elevators don't work like that. Well, it's fair enough.
Okay, Rex is supposed to be standing right there. Oh no, there he is.
Yeah, he's around somewhere. You just have to approach him, and that is a Krogan.
Witnesses
He
saw
is
you
cool.
making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from here.
He's
I don't take
old.
orders from you.
This is your only warning, Rex.
You should warn Fist.
I would not stare down that guy.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
Go on. Get out of here.
Do I know you, human?
My name's Shepard. I'm going after Fist. Thought you might want to come along.
Shepard.
Straight to the point.
Commander Shepard. I've heard a lot about you. We're both warriors, Shepard. Out of respect, I'll give you a fair warning.
Okay, thank you for warning us.
Fist knows you're coming. We'll have a better chance if we all work together.
My people have a saying.
Hey, when you're a bounty hunter, you don't want people taking away your livelihood.
Then again, we're not getting paid to kill Fist. We just want information out of him.
Yeah, this is true.
Glad to have you on the
Okay,
team,
well,
Rex.
let's get the information first,
Let's
then
go. I hate to keep Fist waiting.
Then you can kill him.
So let's go ahead and choose Rex and Garrus because we're very alien-centric here.
Yeah. Although I do like Ashley a lot. She's cool.
This is actually something I noticed about the game, and I'm not sure if this was intentional or not, but all the male companions are the ones that have the hybrid classes, Vanguard, Sentinel, and Infiltrator, and all the female companions are the single ones, Biotic, Engineer, and Combat.
So we can look around for C-Sec for a little
Yes.
bit, or we can just go to Cora's Den.
Like I said, I don't know if that's intentional or not, but I think it's an interesting thing to know.
I don't think it was intentional, but it could be a little bit institutionalized sexism, like the idea that the women can only specialize in one thing because they're supposed to exist as something else. But I don't know.
In the case of two of the companions, I can see why they pick that. I can see as more of racial stereotypes than anything else.
Yeah.
And we haven't met those companions yet, so we'll get to that later. But and so on and so forth. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's flaws, but we're working on it.
Again, I don't think it's a sexist thing. I just think it's an interesting thing to know.
Everything's sexist, Krika. It's the most depressing thing ever. But oh well.
One of the things I do sort of wish is if the news stuff you heard in this game had any relevance to the plot.
Yeah.
Like, I can see how they do it as atmospheric to build up the world, but at the same time, I do sort of wish they were relevant.
Yeah, it would be nice. Although a couple of them apparently are. I mean, admittedly, I don't know, but we were talking about the mass relay statue before. The one that's in the
Yeah,
Citadel.
but that's not like an elevator conversation.
No.
I'm talking specifically about the elevator conversations.
If they're gonna make you stand there for 2 minutes, they might as well make them relevant.
Something like that.
Now, in all fairness, they probably just weren't thinking about who they gave specific roles to. They'll have come up with the plot and then attached the jobs, I would imagine. Although I don't know, there's many ways you could do it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a comment. It's just a note.
Is
Just
that
like
our
a
friend?
side comment.
Sorry?
Is that our friend? Was that our friend who wants us to find the keepers?
No. It's the same type of alien, though.
Sorry, alien. I didn't mean to
Solarian.
mistake you for somebody else. My bad.
And now we should have people shooting at us right about now.
Yay! More shooty
Do we not have
things.
Do we not have people shooting at us right
Well,
now?
We had an assassin earlier.
Oh, right, there was an assassin here. I'm getting the two events mixed up. Now we have people shooting at us.
Woohoo!
I have to murder the poor bartender, I'm sorry.
He did terrible drinks anyway, it's okay.
Why was he even shooting at you if he wasn't a threat? That's the thing.
Because we're a threat to them.
Oh, okay.
Because we're killing them.
Yeah, that is a problem. Also, one of our companions looks pretty terrifying. Also a little bit murderous.
As are all Krogans.
Way to go, Garrus.
Good job, buddy.
Now, if
But
you look at the bottom
never-
right, there's a lot of bad guys here, but it's not too hard of a fight.
Yeah, there are lots of little red dots.
That being said, you will almost never see Rex go down in a fight.
That's a thing, actually. You know, color symbolism and how like different colors have different meanings.
Oh,
in
what the
certain
heck?
cultures? Whoa! Liberty flippers.
He meleeed me through Rex.
He was
Stretch
really
your arms.
angry at you.
No. That's not what happened. What happened was he meleeed Rex and knocked Rex into you, who knocked you over, and you cracked your head on the floor and died.
So basically,
Obviously.
it's all Rex's fault.
No, it's Domino's.
Dominoes. It's the bar fight all over. Oh, it is the bar fight all
Yeah.
over again. Oh. So, without Carisio singing at the back table. That would be really funny here if there was like a singer on a stage who just kept singing their song throughout the entire
There's
performance.
move. Let me shoot that out of my way.
Garrus, get out of the way.
AI.
No, color symbolism, right? Red is the color of warning here, right? Like in the UK and in America, it's the color of watch out, this thing is dangerous.
Yeah.
But in Japan, red is the color of. I don't actually know what it is in Japan. Actually, I know. Is it China? Red is the color of good fortune. So does that mean a game made in China would be less likely to use red to signify the little bad guys because they
Possibly.
it wouldn't be an appropriate color. I don't know what the symbolism is in Japan actually, but I was thinking of Japan because Japan makes a lot of games.
Also, Garrus died again.
Oh, Garrus. Come on, friend. We like you. We don't want you to die all the time. Also, Jack, you must play Nier. I've had the fortune to play it once or twice with my friend, and it is just the most stunning game. You have to
Give
play
us
it
the bouncer,
4
yeah.
times, but bouncers.
Also, something to note from a mechanical perspective is that the game's physics engine assigns various objects and enemies or players models sort of weights which determine how well they resist physics effects, such as
Right.
from biotics, and Krogan have especially high ones.
Also, you have to kill a Krogan twice. If you didn't notice that, he got a bit of a health boost after I knocked him over the first time.
Unless you do it with a fire-based weapon, fire or acid-based weapon,
Unless you burn or disintegrate them.
I'm on it.
something like that, yeah.
I also goop. Goopy
Which
aliens.
is from which is just sort of a mechanical representation of the fact that they can survive just about anything.
Stop right there. Don't come any closer.
They do seem very much an aggressive race.
Stay back.
Very much so.
Well, I'm going to Paragon these guys in submission because why not?
Oh yeah, that's
Yay!
something I also max out. I always max out the Paragon or Renegade skill tree as fast as I can, so I don't miss out on any of those opportunities.
Would have been quicker.
Well, Shepard's a cool girl. She just let them go.
Well, it's not like they were a threat.
Nah.
Here's a bunch of stuff we probably don't need.
Oh yeah, that's something I don't like about this game. The items. Just get so many of them.
Can you sell them?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you can sell them, but you
right then.
end up selling like 95% of what you get. Just because most of it's complete crap. Or duplicates.
I don't think I have anything else interesting in here. This room is a pain in the butt,
Oh yeah, this room.
unless you're playing tech. But these
Oh
events
yeah,
have
which is
turned
what
it-
I do. I like, since I play engineer a lot, I by this point generally have at least 2 of the tech bomb skills, so I just destroy a single turret and generally wreck another, at least partially.
I'm sorry, this is my fault. I wanted the cool superpowers.
That's fine. I mean, it's just a little bit harder in terms of auto skipping difficulty.
Yeah, but look how cool she looks doing it.
Yeah, and she does. I'm just as just that the tech bomb skills are kind of powerful in this game.
She's not here. I don't know where she is. That's the truth.
He's no use to you now. Let me kill him.
Wait. I don't know where the Quarian is, but I know where you can find her. The Quarian isn't here. Said you'd only deal with the Shadow Broker himself.
Face to face? Impossible. Even I was hired through an agent.
Nobody meets the Shadow Broker, ever. Even I don't know his true identity. But she didn't know that.
Ooh.
I told her I'd
Okay.
The Shadow Broker.
Saren's been waiting for.
Just the
That's the guy.
mysterious-
Give me the location.
Yes,
Now.
that's the guy who deals in
Wards,
mysteries
the back alley by the markets.
and
She's
shadows
supposed to meet them right
and
now.
secrets.
You can make it
And
if
oh
you
my
want.
god, I need to write. Sorry. Whoa, what? Why?
What are you doing?
The Shadow Broker paid me to kill him. I don't
Rex
like
shot him.
jobs half done.
Okay.
We don't shoot unarmed prisoners.
How many people died because of him? He brought this on himself. Besides,
This is a
we
fair
have no
point,
personal
Rex.
concerns.
This is a fair point.
That Quarian's dead if we don't go now.
And now we have 4 minutes to get back out of Cora's den and into the little alleys back behind it, except, if you'll note the radar screen, there are more bad guys in our way again. Somehow.
How? Didn't you kill them all?
Reinforcements, I guess. And
The
it's not.
reinforcements are late.
I'm on it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not that bad of a time limit, actually. I mean, I've never had to, except once when I had no idea where I was going.
Enemy is everywhere.
Just go ahead
Right.
and completely whiff that throw again. There's one more guy behind here. Thank you, Rex.
Garrus is dead again.
Garrus, you idiot.
Well, at least he took a bunch of shots for me. That's all we can ask.
Can he be your meat shield? Oh, Garrus.
Well,
This is
no,
why
this
he's-
is the meat shield because he can actually take the damage. Garrus is just the distraction.
Oh, Garrus. So he's basically dead somewhere. Do you have to go back for him later on?
No, he revives
No.
automatically.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's not. There's an auto revive system after combat's in place.
Where's the Shadow Broker? Where's Fist?
I wouldn't trust him.
No way.
Ew.
The deal's
Get
off.
off her. Oh my. Death. More little robots. Wait, is that who I think it is?
Those actually aren't
Wrong.
robots.
Those are just
They-
Solarian assassins in suits.
Oh. They look like Geth.
They are not, in
They're
fact,
not.
yet.
Sneaking
They're
Geth
still-
onto the Citadel would be a lot harder.
It'd be Gethly.
Fist set me up.
I say that.
I
I
knew
say
I
that
couldn't
knowing
trust
what
him.
happens in the second game.
Were you hurt in the fight?
I know how
Sorry
to look
about
after
that.
myself.
Making
Not that I
a
don't
serious
appreciate
joke.
the help. Who are you?
My name's Shepard. I'm looking for evidence to prove Saren's a traitor.
Then I have a chance to repay you for saving my life. But not here. We need to go somewhere
Oh, sure,
safe.
great, awesome.
We could take her to the human
Meet
embassy. Your ambassador wants to
Talizora I think is how you pronounce it.
My guess is
Talizora
Tally.
Vasnima? Naraya?
Naraya
Making
is
my
what she is
life
in this game.
easy, Shepard.
She,
Firefights in the wards and
We don't
all-
get to
Quarian
the
names are
Vasni-
interesting.
Cora's den, do you know
I want. What is the etymology of Quarian,
Who's
of the
this?
Quarian language? I want to look that up
What are you up to, Shepard?
because it's interesting.
Well, this will become more apparent later, but the Quarians are basically space gypsies.
Yeah, possibly with a
Making your
bit of
day,
spa-
Ambassador. She has
They are basically
information
space
linking
gypsies,
Saren
yeah.
to the Geth.
Krika, may I
Slash,
suggest
Maybe
push
you
to
better
talk?
start at the beginning, Miss.
Slash
My
Battlestar
name is
Galactica.
Tali. Talizora Naraya.
We don't
Tali.
see many Quarians here. Why did you leave the flotilla?
I was on
So
my
is she
pilgrimage.
wearing
My
the
rite of
entire
passage
mask
into
for a reason?
adulthood.
Is she incapable of breathing in this atmosphere?
Never heard of this before.
That also gets
Quarians-
explained.
It's a tradition among my people.
Do we want to explain it
When
now?
we reach maturity,
Or
we leave the ships of our parents and our people behind.
It might come up in this conversation.
Alone
If it
we
doesn't,
search
then
the
we can
stars,
explain it.
Only
Okay.
returning to the flotilla once we have discovered something of value. In this way, we prove ourselves
Something
worthy
of
adulthood.
value.
What kinds of things do you look for?
It could be resources like food or fuel, or some type of useful technology, or even knowledge that will make life easier on the flotilla. Through our pilgrimage, we prove that we will contribute to the community, rather
Wonder
than
what
being
she's
a
found so
burden on our
far.
limited resources.
Tell us what you found.
During my travels, I began hearing reports of Geth. Since they drove my people into exile, the Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil. I was curious. I tracked a
oh, here we
patrol
go.
of
It's
Geth
Talizora
from around
Naraya
the
in
world.
this game because she hasn't completed her pilgrimage yet.
Then I decided
Right. She
to
gets to
remove
Boss Nima in the
its
second
memory
game
core.
because she had. Okay.
I thought the Geth
There we go.
fired their memory
Oh,
cores when
good.
they died.
I knew both of them. I just wasn't sure what their relationship in various things were.
How did you manage to preserve the memory core?
My people created
I like
the
her. She
Geth.
seems nice.
If you're quick, careful, and lucky,
She is
small
adorable.
caches of data can sometimes be saved. Most of the
You know I
cores
like
went
adorable
free,
things.
but I salvaged something.
She
Oh,
is
that's
the second.
mostly-
She is the second one of my 3 favorite characters in the series. The third doesn't show up until
Eden
the
Prime
second
was a
game.
major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to
Who's the other
finding
one
the conduit.
in this game?
Garrus.
Yeah.
Saren's voice.
Garrus. Okay.
This proves
She's
he was
rapidly
involved
becoming
in
one of
the
my
attack.
favorites as well.
Figures. Garrus. Those two
He
dudes.
said Eden Prime brought
Well,
you
guy
one
and girl.
step closer to finding the conduit. Any idea what that means?
The conduit must have something to do with the beacon. Maybe it's some kind of Prothean technology. Like a weapon.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
Eden Prime was a
Yeah,
major
she's
victory.
tech.
The beacon
Yes.
has brought us one step
She
closer
is the
to
engineer
finding
character.
the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
So what does she look like? Do we ever find out? Or
We
is
don't
this,
talk about that.
Oh, okay.
Are they some kind of new alien species?
According
mean,
to the memory
l-
core,
I
the
mean, Jack,
Reapers were a
consider the guy on
hyper-advanced machine
Shepard's
race
right
that
right
existed
now.
50,000 years ago.
You
The
know,
Reapers hunted the Protheans to
I
total
can't see it
extinction,
being
and then they
worse.
vanished. At
Sorry,
least,
Rex.
that's what the Geth believe.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
Beauty is an alien standard. From his perspective, we're the most freaking ugly things in the galaxy.
Oh,
Where's
that's
Squishy?
not even what I mean. It's just, it's complicated.
It's complicated,
Okay.
and if it comes up in this, and if it, I don't think it comes up in this conversation, so we can explain it afterwards.
Vision on Eden
Okay.
Prime. I understand it now. I saw the Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods, the pinnacle of non-organic life.
Reapers.
And they believe
Ah.
Saren knows how to bring the Reapers back.
We have dismissed those claims.
The Reapers are a threat to every species in Citadel space. We have to tell them.
No matter what they think about the rest of this, those audio files prove Saren's a traitor.
The captain's right. We need to present this to the council right away.
What about her? The Quarian?
My name is Tara.
Oh,
You saw me, Commander.
What?
Krika, you okay?
Yeah. What happened?
There's just a bunch of static coming from your end.
Okay. I don't know what
heck was
happened.
that?
The Reapers are coming.
Oh
My
god.
God,
They've
this is
infected my
not a
computer
good
already.
conversation for that. Crikey, for the love of God, use push to talk.
I thought you were on your pilgrimage.
The
Alright,
pilgrimage
I will
proves we
turn
are
that
willing
on
to give
somehow.
of ourselves for the greater good.
Does Skype
What
even
does it
have
say
push
about
to
me
talk?
if I turn my back on me?
Yes, but it's complicated.
Oh, great.
Saren
Walk
is
me
a
through
danger
it.
To the entire galaxy.
Hang on.
My pilgrimage can wait.
Audio settings.
There should be something where you you set a button, you set a hotkey that mutes when you hold it. and then you automatically mute the call, or you manually mute the call.
I will look it up while we continue here. So
Okay.
I am confused.
Don't worry.
Either way, I'm picking up Tali. You don't have an option in this.
I'll take all the help I
Yay, Tali!
Thanks. You won't regret this.
I like her.
Anderson and I will go ahead to get things ready with the council. Take a few minutes to collect yourself, then meet us in the tower.
Alright, I tend to try and keep my squad as balanced as possible, so when I'm playing a pure biotic, I tend to take Ashley and Tali in my squad. For this Let's Play, we can take Garrus as well. Garrus or Rex.
Does it change the kind of interactions that you have from the characters?
A little bit.
But not much.
Yeah.
Okay, well in that case, you can take whoever you like.
Let's go ahead and take Ashley then.
Yay. Secretly hoped you'd take Ashley.
Alright, we can go ahead and level up Tali, who fortunately has electronics automatically available, unlike the other tech support classes. And she also has hacking, which is amazingly useful because it converts Geth to your side.
Ooh!
And other robotic enemies. Hang on a second, I'm going to try something. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
If you just said something, we can't hear you.
Oh, okay, I have the mute thing worked out.
Okay.
Yay!
So I just have to hold Control X all the time now.
Sorry.
It's okay. Anyway, Quarian Origins. Do we want to talk about that now?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just doing
I want
some
to hear about it.
decryption stuff.
Okay, basically, the Quarians were originally like had a home planet called Rannoch and everything, like every other race has, and they were the original creators of the Geth.
Ooh.
The Geth, the Quarians are basically brilliant, like technical people. There is no other race in the galaxy that is quite as intrinsically good at technical stuff as they are. So that is their hat. And they originally created the Geth as basically laborers. And to facilitate that, they gave them networked intelligence so that they could sort of learn. I don't want to say learn stuff, but share information easier.
You can see where this is going.
Yeah.
So, well, then one of the I'm not sure how much to say here because it's a little bit spoilery for later on. But basically, one of the Geth rebellion started when one of the Geth asked a Quarian, what is the question? Should I look up the exact question, Jack, or just?
I'm not sure it matters very much.
I like to know exact questions.
Okay, let me look it up for a minute.
Thank you.
In the meantime, we'll talk to this guy who has a question for us.
Yay! Hello, guy who has a question for us. What do you want?
What can I do for you?
My wife was a Marine. She was in the 212 on Eden Prime.
Oh, here we go. A
212?
Geth unit
Your wife
asked
was
its
serviceman
owner
Moralibatia.
if it had a soul.
I'm Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. I served in her unit.
Chief Williams.
Oh.
The Quarians freaked out at this and started destroying the Geth. The Geth, in the interest of self-preservation, started fighting back. This ended up forcing the Quarians off of Rannoch, and leaving the Geth basically galactic bogeyman. The Citadel Council basically sanctioned the Quarians because they had created an AI, which is illegal according to Citadel law. And so now the Quarians live in basically a massive fleet of ships. If you know about Battlestar Galactica, basically they're the Battlestar fleet.
Wow.
And the reason they wear suits all the time is because the particular biology of Brannock means that they didn't evolve the sort of anti-germ stuff that pretty much every other race had. So if they breathe in unfiltered air and stuff, all the germs and microbiology stuff gets infected into their system, and they get really, really, really sick really, really easily.
All Quarians are hereditarily immunocompromised. Oh my god.
They have no immune system because for whatever reason their planet had no germs, so... And they now don't have a planet. That sucks.
Yeah, they have a short end of the stick.
So they're the guest thing, but that is, I can see why they freaked out, but it's really sad because if they hadn't freaked out, then we might have been looking at a very different universe right now.
There's probably multiple fanfics involving that thing happening.
Probably, yeah. That's what fanfic's for, really, isn't it?
Alright, so this nice man...
who wants the body of his wife, yes.
Yes. So we're going to go talk to the guy who...
has it.
Ostensibly has it.
I have a theory that his wife was possibly not human anymore by the time the Geth were done with her.
Is Ashley here for this? Was Ashley there for this conversation?
Yes.
Okay, because you could... Okay.
There's a couple of alternate dialogue lines that she has.
Yeah. Because she said she served in her unit, so...
That's the thing, that there's a lot of alternate dialogue lines and such throughout the game, depending on which companions you have at any given time. So the trick is finding, in a couple instances across the games, things open up to you because you have a specific companion. I don't remember any off the top of my head, though.
Inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before. That is why her body is being held.
You're studying her injuries to learn more about Geth weaponry.
The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully, Serviceman
that poor lady.
Save more lives in death than she did in life.
Alright, so we have an option to Paragon Bosker into giving Batia the body back. We also have the option of Paragoning Batia into giving up and letting the Alliance run their tests.
It depends on Bata. Is he meant to be any particular religious group?
I'm not sure.
Because it's entirely possible that
I'll tell Mr. Batia about this.
I'll look it up.
Might make it easier
yeah, his
to
culture
understand.
might really require the body, you know, in which case, you know, it makes it even more trickier scenario. I mean, I think I don't know,
he's not meant to be any specific religion, but I don't know what the etymology of Samesh Bhatia is.
It's Indian.
So it's Indian, so I mean, this is space future, so
yeah.
It's...
Hello, Commander.
Assume what you will, I think, is the best option here.
It's really sad, but ultimately I think this is all they can do, really. I mean, I'm sure he'll get a body back eventually.
They're holding my wife's body for tests. My wife served the Alliance faithfully. She gave her life for humanity. And this is how they repay her.
So
I don't think... take any particular...
Yeah, I don't think it affects anything in the rest of the game that much.
No, I don't think there's any particular effect on it. Well, one particular path does give you an additional email in 2, but that's it.
Wow, really? Something you do in game 1 affects game 2? That's
and game
a lot
3,
of things you do in both games affect.
There are 2 particular side quests in this game, completely separate from each other. But if you want to save somebody's life in 3, you have to do both of them.
Oh wow, that is actually really cool. Frustrating.
Whose life is this?
It's
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The thing where with I forget his name, the fan, and and the other one is the spy girl quest thing. So it's those two.
So
I actually missed out on that the first time I played through 3 because I didn't trigger that quest, so I never actually did it.
Oops.
I don't know why I'm surprised. They've been doing that since the 64.
So we have the option of either saying give Bhatia his wife's body back or let the Alliance keep it.
If it doesn't make a difference, I don't know. I'd be tempted to Paragon him, but I don't know. I really don't know. Krika?
Mr. Bhatia.
I have no particular cares. I generally Paragon to get the body back, but
What right does the military have to hold her body? She's already given her life.
She died a hero, Mr. Bhatia. And now she has a chance to save even more lives.
It doesn't matter. She's dead.
Yes, she is, Mr. Bhatia. She died fighting for what she
Poor
believed
guy.
in. She sacrificed her life to keep you safe. I think she'd want to make the most of that sacrifice.
You're right, Miss Williams. She would not flinch from her duty. Let them run their tests.
Which Origins did you pick?
My wife saved lives and others spared the loss I feel today.
Spacer War Hero.
Thank you for finding me answers.
She's a hero. She's a hero, just like our Ellie. Shush. Our Ellie is heroic. You know the old saying?
An apple a day keeps the doctor away?
Well, that is also a very important saying, but... Actually, yeah, I wonder if that actually works. I mean, you're supposed to get 5 a day, so wouldn't it presumably be 5 apples a day keeps the doctor away? Or... This has nothing to do with Mass Effect. Do they have apples in this distant future? Do we have, like... Imagine the alien cuisine. That's what I'm thinking of it. Imagine the amazing alien fruits and vegetables and things that you could get and the cuisine that you could have in the future.
Just don't take anything from a Krogan or a Turian.
Why? Is it Toxus?
Well, the Turians and Quarians are, what's the term, Levo or Dex? No, Turians and Quarians are dextroamine, so their amino acids are very different from any other races. So their food is basically poison to everyone else. And Krogans have a ridiculous immune system, not immune system, but ridiculous digestive tract, such that they can eat Turian food and not die.
Oh, okay.
So their food, especially like alcohol and stuff, is very intense.
Romulan.
Are there laws being broken here?
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of the license.
In other words, you get fired, son.
What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits?
Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out on
Okay, and spacer background already. I don't know.
This is uncomfortable.
I don't know. I think the spacer background is the most bland.
Yes, but it also gets you the most starting Paragon points. So.
This is true. And although colonists is... Oh god, heartbreaking.
CSEC officer enlisted assistance.
Especially that quest.
Why is the CSEC
especially their special quest.
The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
So in this particular side quest, we can either get the CSEC officer to let him go without a permit, or tell him to just stop.
You need a permit to preach religion?
Yeah.
Okay, not
Your people
sure
know
I
them as the
feel.
Proteans.
How do we
They
feel
are the
about
true
this?
creators of this one's people.
I personally think it's
The Enkindlers raised the Hanar
more
from
of a
ignorance
way to
into
keep track. Like
consciousness
I
granted this
assume
one's
that the
people
permit isn't
forgiveness.
necessarily hard to obtain. I think it's more just a way to keep track of what's going on.
So it's more like
truth
the
of the
legality of
Enkindlers is
busking.
universal.
Like you need
This
a
one
permission to
humbly believes
busk
that the
on the
truth should not be
streets and a
suppressed.
permit.
I think that's at least
Exacting
in my
payment as a means of
viewpoint I think
imposing limits
that's
upon the truth
an
is
appropriate
an
a
abrogation of this
similar
one's religious freedom.
situation.
So you're
But you could
breaking
take
the
it the
law
other
by
way and
preaching
say
without
that
permit.
monitoring people for reasons of their religion
The
is
CSEC officer
a
states
little
that
bit.
preaching in this place is forbidden, and preaching anywhere on the Citadel
I
requires a
don't really
permit.
go with it personally. I don't think it's a good
This
idea,
one
but
humbly submits that it is not preaching to state the truth of the Enkindlers.
Yeah, like I said,
Thus, no permit
we don't
should
get
be
much
necessary.
more description on this
Let me talk to the
beyond
CSEC
what the
officer.
dialogue in the text
Perhaps
says. So
I can
it's
explain the
something of an
situation.
up in the air scenario.
This one would be most grateful for the assistance.
Well, let's go ahead and talk to the officer again.
he's being polite. He's not doing any harm.
I think you should let the Hanar preach in the Presidium.
Yeah, and the officer's just like there's no bad guys in this quest basically. The officer's just doing what he's supposed to be doing, and the
Oh, hey, look at that!
Hanar
I don't have enough Paragon points for this yet.
Oh my.
Yeah, I remember. You need like 6 or 7 to do it.
And then I'm not going to bother buying a permit
I'll
because
be back.
whatever.
I don't care what you have to
Which is
do,
why I
just
generally put
get
this
rid of
off until
that
my
Hanar.
second visit, as I recall.
No, let's go ahead and ignore him and go up to the tower.
Yeah, that is a situation we cannot help.
At least not yet. We need to level up a couple more times.
Shut up, Avina.
Elevator. Not a very talkative bunch.
Yeah, sometimes conversations just straight up don't happen.
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
here
Ashley's just like, I'm not sure what to say. But no, that really sucks. They cannot live outside of their planet, like, free of masks and things, and
Well, I mean, they could, in theory, like this comes up. This is whole issue is plot points in later games, but they could, in theory, over the course of a few dozen generations, adapt to another planet. They're just all stubborn, ridiculously stubborn, and won't.
You also have to consider the fact that they don't want people to die. I mean, that's also fair.
And they're pariahs in council space. Blah blah blah. Blah. The core, there's a lot of issues surrounding them, and they get the short end of the stick. in Basically,
Well,
all of them.
the lesson we learn from here is AI should not be created for a reason.
Or I think the lesson here is that if you do create another intelligent
Don't be a douchebag.
entity, you should take fucking responsibility for introducing it to the world.
Yeah, and don't treat it, and don't murder it when it asks an innocent question.
This
That
applies.
never
It
works well.
applies if it's if the entity is a computer or a physical child.
Indeed. Wise words.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
Still, I feel kind of sorry for them.
Wanted proof? There it is.
Right.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped
Oh,
of his
thank God they
Spectre
believe
status,
us.
and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch
Oh,
Vanessa-
you're not gonna get the music for this scene.
The evidence is irrefutable because nobody could possibly doctor audio logs.
Who is she?
I know, right?
Matriarchs are powerful Asari who have entered the final stage of their lives.
Then again, they do have access to some of the
Revered
best
for their
techs
wisdom and experience.
in Citadel
They serve
space,
as
so
guides
it's
and
entirely
mentors
possible
to
they
their
ran
people.
it for tech
Matriarch
purposes.
Venezia
Yeah,
was a
there's
powerful
probably
lion,
some.
and she had many followers.
And
Shielding
look to see if there
formidable
was any evidence of doctoring.
If the tech is so advanced at this period, you can probably figure out if something's been faked within a matter of seconds.
The Reapers were an
Well, but then faking technology also increases.
True.
Then they vanished.
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
We think the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
Saren thinks
Yeah,
he
what
can
is
bring back
this
the Reapers.
conduit?
That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying.
It is the MacGuffin.
Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy.
Guffin.
It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If they were real, we'd have found something.
I tried to warn you about Saren and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
That is absolutely not what the dialogue wheel suggested.
Yeah, it's not always the
to
best
search for the conduit,
indicator
but we
of
don't
what
really know
precisely you want to
The
say.
Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
Well,
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
That is not good
nobody
enough.
has the rights and resources of the
He's
Geth.
hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in.
A fleet cannot track down one man.
Yeah, the Geth are, in terms of
Citadel
minions,
fleet
the
could
Geth are
secure
very
the
good
entirety
at what they
of the
do.
Geth from attacking any more
Good
of
for
our
them.
colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems.
It's a very underestimated role, the role of a good minion.
Confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
Every time humanity asks for help, you ignore us.
Shepard's right. I'm sick of this council and its anti-human bull.
Ambassador, there is another solution. A way to stop Saren that does not require fleets or armies.
No, it's too soon. Humanity is not ready for the responsibilities that come with joining the Spectres.
You don't have to send a fleet into the Traverse, and the Ambassador gets his human Spectre. Everybody's happy.
Well, welcome to the Spectres.
Commander Shepard.
And this is there. I'm sad, sort of sad we don't get to hear the music to this scene because it's very good,
We can hear
very
it later.
epic music score.
It is the decision of the Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance Branch of the Citadel.
Spectre is not ready, but chosen. Individuals.
Do you have Bring Down the Sky installed?
Those whose actions elevate them above the rank
Yes.
of fire.
Spectres are an ideal, a symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. They are the right hand of the Council, instruments of our will.
Spectres bear a great burden. They are protectors of galactic peace, both our first and last line of defense. The safety of the galaxy is
First and
theirs.
last line of defense.
You are the first human Spectre, Commander. This is
They
It's
are
not
the
terrifying.
badasses.
entire species.
I'm honored, Counselor.
Intergalactic Mass Effect has the Spectres, right hand of the
So you
Council.
are authorized to use any means necessary to
Ian
apprehend
Fleming
or
had the Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Any idea where to find
Agents Against Will, and
Forward
real
relevant files to
Earth
Ambassador
has the
Medina.
Metaguards.
This meeting of the Council is adjourned.
Somehow I think our world got the short end of the stick.
Congratulations, Commander.
We've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to special equipment and training.
Well, we also have
You
Batman,
should
but
go
you
down
know.
to the CSEC Academy and speak to the Spectre Requisitions Officer.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
And if we have Batman, then logistically we have all the other
The
superheroes.
ambassador would be a little more grateful.
I would not want to try and mix DC or Marvel with Mass Effect.
No, no. Unless you count Keys. I count Keys.
Oh yeah, now we unlock a new skill tree, Spectre
So
Training,
we
which I
got-
also try and max out.
Yay!
So we got a free level up.
Nice.
We have a couple more charm points that we can put in.
Let me
And
look at
then
how many charm points you need for that quest, actually.
It's a lot of charm. Oh,
And then we also have Spectre training.
Which is just generically good all around.
You want to get 4 points in this as soon as possible because it gives you the Unity power, which lets you bring guys back up from the dead.
Oh, lovely. Yes, we want this. We want this resurrection power of the gods. Well, that went very well. Sort of.
It didn't go badly.
Exactly.
You need to make... Are we trying to make the officer leave? Was that what it was?
Yes.
To someone else if you need
7. You need 7 charm.
Okay.
Maybe I can help.
Interestingly, you need 4 charm to make the Hanar leave, but interestingly, the amount is reversed for the Renegade option. You need 7 to make the Hanar leave, but only 4 to make the officer leave.
Crossing the Traverse a few days ago when it disappeared. Just dropped right off.
So,
that usually means
Paragons are subtly geared toward making the Hanar leave, whereas the Renegades are subtly geared toward making the officer leave.
There's a lot of nasty swords
Interesting.
down the Traverse. I won't give up on my brother.
Interesting
Not
indeed.
yet. I've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his vessel.
If your brother's still alive, I'll find him. Give me the
Have we
coordinates.
found any more keepers, by the way?
I've found a few.
Right away. Please let
We
me
have
know
like
as soon as
6 out of 21.
There's a lot. It's not something you really want to try and focus on, unless you really want to do that. It's more of a sort of a side thing.
It makes the adorable alien dude happy. That's more than reason enough to me.
Also, actually, a reason to not do them all in the beginning is because rewards for this sort of thing scale as you level up. So you're earning the same, I think, percentage of your towards your next level up. So, in terms of getting maximizing the experience points you get, it's better to put them off till the end. I think that news broadcast is relevant.
It is. It gives you a side quest. Oh, speaking of which, we found something in Fist's office that I didn't comment on because we were leaving too fast, but it was the thing that Emily Wong asked us about last time.
I remember her, the reporter.
Yeah.
God, reporting sounds like such a glamorous job in this universe. I'd probably do it just to get to travel to alien worlds.
Shut up, Avina.
You don't like her very much, do you?
She's not very helpful.
Yeah. She is exposition, and that's about it.
Exposition of stuff you can learn from the Codex or from just continuing conversations with everybody else?
Not necessarily. She lets you and I don't know, because I know some conversations you have to have certain conversations to unlock Codex entries. So I don't know necessarily what information she has that you can't specifically get from elsewhere, but
military leaders. All this fighting seems strange. It must be more familiar for you, Chief Williams.
Trying to take down a rogue Spectre and his army of synthetics? No, they didn't cover this in basic.
Ashley is sarcasm and wit personified, I see. I do like the outfits. Ah, Hello Keeper. What on earth are they doing?
The Keepers are basically the janitorial staff of the Citadel.
Nobody seems to know what they're doing, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, nobody really knows what they're doing. They came with the Citadel.
Oh, okay.
Where did the Citadel come from?
Nobody knows.
Oh god.
Group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud.
I'm feeling slightly intimidated by all this.
Binary helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
Also, my Yogscast poster came today, and I am chuffed to bits with it.
Why? What's chuffing about it?
It was one of 200. And it has the Flux War, so it has Kim on it, and it's adorable little chibis fighting each other in the third nuclear war of the Yogscast reality. I think it's the third, it might be the fourth, I don't know at this point. There's been a lot of apocalypses at this point.
Sorry, what is the... Sorry, I stepped away for a moment. What's going on?
I have a new poster, which I bought from the Yogscast because it was, like, cheap. And one of 200, and I liked it, and I was silly, but I love it.
A new post?
Poster. I have no
Poster,
regrets.
okay.
I have no regrets. I will show you later.
Okay.
For now, let's continue watching Ellie save the galaxy. Our Ellie could so save the galaxy if she put her mind to it. I mean, she'd be shaking through a lot of it, but she could do it. To be honest, anybody who gets asked to save the galaxy should be trembling in their boots. I don't care who you are.
It's a lot of responsibility.
Word on the street is
Yeah.
that you've been busy. Congratulations on taking down
Hi,
Fist.
Emily.
I was sure he was a big player in anything going on here. Did you find anything in his office that could help me?
No!
These OSDs might have the information you're looking for.
You've got Fist files? This could be even bigger than
What can you do with those? Can you sell them to the Shadow Broker?
For your trouble.
Probably.
But we have done good with them.
What would my future cooperation be worth? Say, an interview when my investigation is over?
Exclusive? You talk to me before you talk to anyone else? That would be worth quite a bit, and I'd be very happy to compensate you accordingly. Here you are. Now, if you'll excuse
Nice.
me, I should go see what's on these discs.
Bye, Emily. What a nice reporter.
We got some credits for that.
Yeah, she's the nice reporter.
Oh, wait a minute, that's right. The next time I level up, I should probably put a couple of points into Renegade.
Just so you can do everything.
No, I'm thinking about... I'm thinking ahead for, Al-Jalani.
You've got this slight smirk in your voice there, so I'm thinking you want the Renegade points for something specific.
Oh, Al-Jalani. Okay, yes.
So this is the gambling hall. I came up here because there's a suspicious gambling machine, which we can examine.
Hello, suspicious gambling machine.
And why is Ashley the one running a trace when you have, Tala in you?
I have no idea.
She
But
wants
anyway,
to, I guess.
this is Quasar. It's basically blackjack.
So you can play blackjack.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Can you play it well? That's the question.
No.
Snap. Snap.
So yeah, I tend to stay away from the Quasar machines.
Yeah, they're very luck-based. I think you can actually get kicked out if you win too much.
Lol. They do that in casinos because I think they sort of suspect people are cheating when you win too much.
Oh yeah, you can get kicked out of like Vegas casinos for just counting cards.
Counting cards? What exactly? I mean, I can barely play poker. What is counting cards anyway?
Counting cards is keeping track of, like, okay, I know he has this card, he has this card, he has this card, and so on and so forth. So you
Surely
can
that's
basically
just-
determine the odds of what card is coming up when.
If you have the math skills, that just seems like strategy to me.
Well, casinos think it's cheating.
investigates corruption on the Citadel and uncovers a full-blown crime
I think it's
syndicate.
common sense. Hehe. I think Emily's got some info.
Yeah, I always thought it was weird that the next elevator conversation you had that show up, because that's a lot of fast.
She delivers her scoops fast.
Oh yeah.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, I just accidentally opened Photoshop.
Oops.
Watch as my memory plummets. Yep. Shepard just glitched out. Okay,
Oh, dear.
It's working again now. This is the reason I've turned down Photoshop 5 and I'm waiting patiently for Photoshop 6 to be reasonable price, because 5 decided it was going to make animation a thing, and that was a mistake.
The attack on Eden Prime. After all, you created the Geth.
Like, if you've got the money to pay for a full professional non-student Photoshop to begin with, you've got the money to be able to create a cloud, which means you basically got animation software. You don't need it built into Photoshop. That's just sticking something in you don't need.
Also, this elevator conversation hinted at something, but most other races don't like the Quarians very much. For a variety of reasons, but...
Mostly related to breaking Citadel law and and their fleet taking up space in whatever system they show up in.
And the fact of they're a metaphor for Romani racism, and
yes.
they...
Yes,
and
exactly.
In this particular instance, they did sort of unleash an evil space zombie on the planet. You know?
Zombies, exactly.
The husks...
They're dead things that come back to life, Krika. They're zombies.
The husks aren't the Quarians' fault. That gets explained.
Yeah, the husks are unrelated to the Geth.
They're still zombies.
Yes.
Yeah, they're still, yes.
Zombies.
So we're going to have a chat with Udina real quick, because the counselors said they'd forward all of their leads to him. Wrong way.
Oh, well, those are those guys who were talking before.
Always get lost here.
Yeah. Docking bay.
Okay.
Alright, so that whole detour was for nothing. Can you just take this? No, you can't take the skip travel to the docking bay. Yeah,
I could take it to the CSEC Academy.
Yeah, which is basically close enough.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
The way skip travel ostensibly works is that you're basically calling a taxi.
This is the elevator down to the dock.
When I first arrived on the Citadel, I spent nearly 3 hours being questioned by the officers here before they would let me enter the wards. Is it common for human women to
I always find it weird that the Alliance docking bay leads directly into the CSEC Academy.
not serve in the military?
It's becoming more common, but it took a long time to prove that ladies could
Did I take the
handle
wrong
an
elevator?
assault
I think I
rifle
took the
or
wrong elevator. Crap.
Oh, great.
No, I don't think you
We
did.
don't have the luxury of sexism.
This is the most annoying
Best
thing to
hands
take
for
a wrong
every
elevator in.
available job.
Sounds nice, but I don't think I could get used to the uniform.
Oh wait,
Yeah, I don't
there's an exclamation point. This is
Yeah,
probably
I'm pretty
the right
sure.
elevator.
Yeah.
Yep, here we are.
Why is the only
I've got
lipstick
big
I
news for
own
you, Shepard.
flipping
Captain
burgundy?
Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer.
I don't know. I don't
The
know any
ship
lipstick.
is yours now.
She's quick and quiet.
I'm not sure if
Kay
Kay's owns a lipstick or if he stole it from Ellie.
Treat her well.
It looked good on him though.
I'll take good care of
Kay's
her, sir.
pulls off makeup very nicely.
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
Never did
You
understand
needed
why
your
guys
own
don't wear makeup
A
more.
Spectre can't answer to anyone but the council.
Maybe because they don't have the same
And it's
like
time
social
for me to step
expectations on them, but I'll shut up.
I've tried makeup for a theater class I was in high school. It's a pain.
It is a pain, yeah. Like mine had to come off like 10 minutes after I took that picture. It had to come off because it is, and it's already messed up my skin.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it on the grounds of just, first of all, I don't really care about that. Second of all, I just think it'd be a pain. It's just too much trouble for nothing that I particularly want to accomplish.
It's a pain. Yeah, it's a pain in the neck.
It's not something
And
Also,
face.
right now we're finding out that Anderson was originally the first Spectre candidate for humanity, but blew it.
Really?
I had my shot. It came and went.
And
Now you have a
that
chance to
Saren
make up for my mistakes.
was the guy who was evaluating him, like Nihilus was for Shepard.
But we know what he's after.
Unfortunately, Saren didn't get shot.
He's got us Geth scouring the
What a
traverse.
shame.
This is true.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharaoh system shortly before.
Though I don't know if though I don't know how far back his evil things go. I don't know if he was straight up evil back then or just a racist bastard.
Anything else?
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if
Voice
she's
in that
involved,
recording
but
was
it might
Deanna
be a good
Troy.
idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the shortened worlds of the Artemis Tower.
So I usually start with her because it gets us our 6th squad member. I usually...
Ah!
Are you okay?
Yes. It's we had a
No,
bunch of
I'm
static
scared.
from you again.
That wasn't static. That was ridiculous noise. I'm scared.
I have no idea what's causing it.
Are you doing anything? Is it that
No.
seems quiet on your end and might not be quiet from a camera's perspective?
No, I mean maybe typing.
I don't. It's not coming from my end, is it?
I didn't hear
No.
anything.
And I probably wouldn't be able to hear it if it was coming from my end.
Okay.
Anyway, I usually start with Liara because it gets us our 6th squad member, but we can play all 3 of these in any order.
6 squad member.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's
No,
your
she
decision.
does have some funny dialogue if you
You're
leave her
Spectre.
towards later on.
Don't answer to us.
Your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
That's your job!
I'll take care of Saren. You take care of the political fallout.
That's exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to, Captain Anderson.
You
can
don't need
answer
to tell her
any
that,
questions you
sir.
might have.
We don't need to talk to Captain Anderson about anything.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination.
Another loading screen.
Now, for some
Loading
bizarre
screen.
reason, the Normandy VI is voiced by the same woman who does female Shepard.
Okay.
So,
They don't have the money to hire several voice actors. Is what it boils down to.
No, they have a lot of voice actors.
they burned all their money on Seth Green.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge. It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed. But it's not like you could have stopped it. Nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. You got anything you want to say to the crew? Now's the time.
Now we do things my way!
Woohoo!
Casual Fridays every week.
Yay!
This is
Casual
Commander Shepard
Fridays.
speaking.
We have our orders.
Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission
What's a
isn't going to be
Kroger's
easy.
idea of casual Friday?
For too long, our species
A
has
Krogan?
stood apart from the others.
Yeah.
Now it's time for us to step up and do our
lots and
part
lots
for the
of
rest
fighting.
of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans
Isn't
are
that a
made of.
non-casual Monday for them?
No, not really.
Our enemy knows we're coming. When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too. Humanity needs to do this.
I mean,
not just for our own
violence
sake,
is
but for
sort
the sake of every
what
other species in
Krogans do.
Citadel space. Saren must be stopped, and I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, ma'am.
But first, let me take in the view.
Yes, we must take in the view.
And now, finally, 3 hours into the game, we get to take the helm.
Wait, we're gonna steer the ship?
Sort of.
We're going to tell the ship where to go.
Aw, I was hoping we were gonna get to fly the ship. Wow, look at that.
Right, so
Welcome
there's
to
a
the
bunch of
Milky Way.
different star systems. Yara's dig side is over here.
I don't think you have bring... Because bring down the sun should be showing up now. Because it doesn't look like you have whatever that system is installed.
Oh well. Now, interestingly, we don't know exactly where she is, so...
She's on one of these.
Yeah.
Oh god, they're doing
what's
it
the top?
again with the... They're doing it again with the naming it after things. Just call it Pompeii, it'd be faster. Woo! Oh man, that is so cool.
It's in the Gnosis system, not Sparta.
Oh yeah, and every planet that you can't land on, you can try and survey.
Which
And
gives you
surveying-
money and experience.
Pretty much. And that's all it gets you.
Thus, if you want to 100% the game, you have to explore every star system and every planet.
Wow. No thanks.
But screw that.
Too many star systems.
Yeah, I compulsively have to get everything, and it's annoying and boring.
All the things. Scan all the planets.
There we go. There.
Let's go ahead and take Tally and Ashley again.
Yay!
And here is the Mako.
This is
Also
your
interesting.
armored transport vehicle.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange
Movement controls are
readings.
basically the same.
Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from
Also, interestingly, when I first installed the Mass Effect 1, like half the textures for this planet weren't loaded properly, so I had no idea that was lava until like the second or third time I reinstalled the game, and I had to navigate using the if you hit M, you bring up a map of the area, and I had to navigate half the time using that to figure out where I couldn't go. It was annoying.
But yeah, driving into lava gets you an instant game over. Don't do
I can
that.
imagine it would. That is generally what driving into llama would do in a game, and in real life, funnily enough.
Also, interestingly, when you fight enemies in the Mako, you get exactly half the experience you would get if you normally fight them on foot.
Mainly because it's a lot easier to take the Mako than it is on foot. It has two different weapons. It has the machine gun and the cannon. The machine gun heats up, but it takes a while to do so. The cannon takes a while to reload, but does a huge amount of damage.
Powerful.
You don't get a lot of brownie points for hitting somebody in a tiny and like a giant truck, really.
Plus, you can just run them over with the Mako because physics damage is the thing.
Yay.
It's probably the most fun thing to actually do in the Mako, because driving the Mako is a pain.
I love driving the Mako. It's an amazing vehicle. We're gonna need to go. We're gonna need to find a planet, and you need to show off what the Mako can do.
I wonder if I can do it on here, or if it's going to invisible wall me. Yeah, it's going to invisible wall me.
Okay, yeah.
Whee!
Yeah, basically the Mako is capable of driving up.
Whoa!
Also, that's a Geth dropship. But the Mako is capable of driving up like 80-degree walls.
Oh god. Oh god, what is... Why? Why? Why are
What,
they
the Geth
here?
or the 80-degree walls?
The Geth. The Geth, obviously the Geth.
Okay, because the 80-degree walls is somewhat worrying, if somewhat awesome as well.
Also, who is driving this vehicle?
Me.
Shepard. Shepard does not have a... Shepard is not a good driver.
This is
Lampshade.
sure she's a great driver. She's just not a safe or particularly steady one.
Yeah, those are Geth armatures, which are basically Geth tanks.
I would say there are
Those look nothing like armatures. Speaking as an animator.
Yeah, I think, but given the range of their big head blasts, I do think artillery platform is more appropriate. Oh, this part, because I had to navigate this bridge. That was not a fun bridge to navigate blind. Because that was one of the portions that didn't have the textures.
This route's a no-go. They have height and cover.
What does the number at the bottom signify?
Which one?
The number at the bottom when you're zoomed in.
When I'm zoomed in?
Oh, it's
Yeah, that's a rangefinder.
Yeah. Oh god.
It doesn't mean much.
Oh god. They explode.
There's
now
another one
That's
over
bloody Geth.
You can go. There's a passage around to the right that you can
That's
sneak
right.
through.
It has like one tower.
So if you're overwhelmed, I'm not sure how. Well, I guess okay, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mako.
Unlike games like Halo, which have a flip-over vehicle mechanic, this one does not have a flip-over vehicle mechanic. So if you somehow wind up managing to get the Mako on its back, it will bounce and then flip over by itself.
Oh my god, it's what was the name? You guys did not get Robot Wars, did you?
We might have.
I think you might have. I think
though.
you got an American version of Robot Wars towards the end, but the original Robot Wars, which was basically homemade robots fighting. I always remember this one robot that was really famous because it had one of the most popular weapons for a robot to have was a flipping device, which was obviously a flip that would turn the enemy onto their back. Which is great, unless you have which is what the people started to catch on in the end and designed robots that like had wheels that maybe you couldn't flip them. But there was this one, oh dear, she's dead. There was this one robot that its flip device was so powerful that when it got turned accidentally on its back, they activated the flipper and flipped the robot.
So you remember how I said the autosave in this game was terrible?
Yes. Yeah. That's terrible.
I get to
We
blow
don't
these
like
turrets up
auto.
again.
They have height and cover.
Look. Do that before you go in after this.
So my personal favorite way of taking these things out is to get them to 0 health, and then snipe them.
Nice.
Max experience. That's how. If you were trying to get the maximum experience for the least difficulty, that's how you
do most of the damage in the Mako and then get out.
Yeah, because it's only the last shot that matters.
Don't forget Unity. Spectre training, sorry.
So yeah, now we have Unity. I'm probably just going to be auto-leveling up Ashley for now, because I don't actually care
She's
where
very.
the points
Actually,
go in.
I would not, because I don't know if the AI if it's going to put it in pistols or not, because you don't want to put anything in pistols.
Oh, fair enough. Let's go ahead and put most of it in first aid.
First aid, heavy armor, and assault rifles are basically you can just spam put them in. Quarian Machinist, just get that up so she has good shielding.
I have to remember how to 3-point turn with this control scheme.
Oh yeah, and
now
the Mako has jets, so you can pop in.
Woo! Bouncy tank.
Some of the tricks in the game rely on you. Some of the more extreme things.
I'd
have
hate
you-
to be in that vehicle.
Oh yeah. There we go. You almost did it.
Also, it can't shoot at anything right next to it because the gun can't actually tilt down.
And what you're seeing in action there, I'm not sure if they got shipped off in Eden Prime, is that the Geth can create mobile cover platforms.
Roman shield turtles.
Not really. It's more just creating a freestanding force field that absorbs damage.
It's basically a Roman turtle shield.
But yeah, because I used the cannon liberally around here, we have a bunch of physics objects spread around everywhere. Oh.
Ammo upgrades.
Ooh, oh yes, yes, the first aid interface. The first aid interface is the only way playing on the higher difficulties to give your characters health regen. Which means I want this very badly.
Oh yeah.
Let's see, we got heavy armor unlocked for Ash, so we can go ahead and give her this. She looks kind of brutish, but oh well. I don't think I picked up anything interesting for...
No, not really. Unless it's...
She's a little toughy.
Can go ahead and give them to Tally.
Yay, Tally!
No, wrong one.
Does she have... What's the name for an animal that walks on their toes? Is Tally... Is her physical structure like that?
I am.
We are flat-footed. Oh no, she's not. She's not. She's flat-footed. I think.
She has 4 fingers, and so presumably 4 toes.
She's halfway between the two, I think. The humans are flat-footed, whereas most animals are. They basically are walking on their tiptoes.
Oh, I forgot to mention these. We saw them a bit on Eden Prime, but I didn't actually use them. They explode.
Boom.
They deal toxic damage to you if you get too close. At least that particular kind does.
Those are your red barrels.
Boomy doom.
Actually, hang on. Oh, that's
toxic damage is basically damage that stacks on top of your ordinary damage, and you have to heal that off before healing your regular health. Boom, headshot. I don't know, Garrus might like some of that stuff.
He'll like it until I can get him into the medium armor.
Yeah.
Garrus is a pro. He can deal.
now that we have this gate open, we can go ahead and keep going. Oh wait.
No,
this
that
is
was
where
it.
we came in.
Yeah. There's 2 gates.
Back
You
in the
can,
middle.
I think. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
this is the one that we
gate.
wanted.
I don't know why you can open that gate. Because I don't think you can open it from the other side.
I think there's another guy in here. There's not another guy in here. Which probably means I'm in the wrong. What are you talking about? Of course I played this game before.
I've played it. I have told you that I literally cannot replay Mass Effect 1 because I've played it that much, and I do not remember which side of these are on which.
I've never played it. I just watch other people playing it.
Ah.
What?
I talked about this in the first video, but I've been playing a lot of Mass Effect 2 and 3. And so I keep hitting the R button, which in those games is the reload button. And in this game, it's the grenade button.
Oh, yeah.
So occasionally you'll see me toss a grenade out to absolutely no effect whatsoever. And it's because I was trying to reload a gun that doesn't need to be reloaded.
Yeah, Mass Effect 2 and 3 switch over to an ammo system. For vaguely justified in-universe reasons. Also, that is a very damaged Mako.
If the Mako is flashing red, that means it's hurt. You can hit the first aid button in order to use some Omnigel to fix it a bit.
You can use Omnigel to fix a ship.
You can use Omnigel to fix anything.
That's pretty awesome.
Omnigel is basically matter that can be formed into just about anything. And see, what I do here is I just sort of zoom, I just like stay in one place. When they shoot, drive forward about 10 feet so the shot goes wide and keep shooting.
I'd suggest running them over.
I don't remember if that does damage to the armatures. I'm
I
gonna go ahead
don't
and
know.
try.
It works for the little things, but
Let's say it failed.
It's probably because we're in combat.
Yes, if you're in combat, you can't save the game, which is
Oh.
probably a mistake.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'll test running the armatures over later.
Actually, now's probably a good time.
Hey! Squish.
Yeah, now that can do.
Yeah, it knocked him
Squish.
over, but it didn't do any damage.
It's funny though.
The
I'll go ahead and stay here to let my shields recharge.
a little. The Mako shields take forever to recharge.
They do. Am I getting
Is there a
shot?
way to speed them? Is there a way to speed them up? I don't think there is.
What the heck?
I think it does
Sorry.
have. I think it does have to do with your typing.
It's gotta be the typing. It only ever happens when it is.
Okay, alright, I will avoid typing.
My ears hurt.
Sorry, like
We're
I
almost at a
would
good
stop what I'm
stopping
doing, but
point.
I legitimately do not know what I'm doing that could cost it.
No, I don't know what you're doing either.
That's a Geth Colossus. It's a bigger armature.
It's kind of... The way it moves is so freaky.
Let me give you a hug.
Oh god. Just kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Oh my god, kill it. It's disturbing.
Don't like it.
Yeah, you basically can't physics object them. Level up.
Yay.
Hey!
And here's a bunch of other stuff we don't need. Oh wait, there's a shield
Heat
battery
sink.
in there.
And heatsink.
Let's go ahead and give Tali the shield battery. I forget what a stim pack does. Oh, that's cooldown reduction. Doesn't need that. Oh, that's right.
Heatsinks are very good.
Let's go ahead and give that to the shotgun person.
Heatsinks reduce the rate at which heat builds up in your weapon, so you can keep firing for longer. How did the Mako get so damaged?
Because I was just sitting in front of the Colossus.
Oh, Mako.
Oh, and speaking of which, that's another thing you can do with weapons you don't want. You can either sell them, or you can convert them into Omnigel.
Which is the optimal solution.
Especially with the lower level ones, because each item equals the same amount of Metagel for...
Omnigel for whatever.
So... anything that you're not actually using, you should probably just Omnigel until the later stages of the game when you're getting like level 4 and 5 stuff.
When in doubt, Omnigel.
Pretty much.
Or level 9 and 10 stuff when you get there.
So like that thing reminds me of how I used to imagine the tripods when I listened to the original War of the Worlds soundtrack when I was a kid. I used to imagine them moving not neatly and all like the things in Star Wars, but like lurching from one place to another like insects with 2 long legs. It always freaked me out. And yet I kept listening to this thing.
Overkill.
Ain't no kill like it. Go, Jack. Destroy the Geth.
Also, the weird thing about the Mako is that it can fall like 100 feet off of a cliff and take no damage whatsoever.
It's got amazing
because
suspension.
the physics engine and damage works like that. Like, run it over.
Oh, that's right. There should be another guy over here that I can run over.
That's a thing that they can do. It's far more amusing than it should be.
Not allowed to teabag him. Oh well.
I was wondering what you were trying to do.
There's some more guys up here. Charge!
Yay! Bush. Are they just carrying around deck chair sets?
Got him.
I do wonder why they built a base in a place so completely filled with lava when they're machines.
They didn't.
Yeah, they're invading here.
Oh, right, okay.
This is where Liara to Sony's dig site was. Here is actually a point where you have to leave the Mako
That's
behind.
right.
But you can physics it over that, yeah.
So you could
Like,
have
I've
walked
never
all this
managed it.
hypothetically.
Like, I've never... Well, no, you can just make it a lot easier because you have the Mako with you. I don't think I've ever managed to physics it, but it is possible.
Go away, nobody likes you.
Oh my god. Just flying. Like some deranged acrobatics performance.
I'm sure biotic trapeze artists are very good at what they do.
I'm sure they are. These guys, however, are not biotic trapeze artists.
Dang it.
Yeah, you're
Also,
so proud.
Dryunia managed to lose his mountain in Minecraft.
Who?
Dryunia managed to lose his mountain.
Oh, and now we have snipers.
Yay! Wait, no.
That red laser is a sniper gap, and they do ridiculous amounts of damage.
That thing in the distance there looks like a robotic dinosaur.
What does?
That there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh goodness.
There's a lot of damage. Very
Hang on,
quickly.
Shepard. Don't die. We'll save the galaxy if you die.
Oops.
Oh!
I hate rockets.
That was an overkill, let's be fair.
I did manage to get a save off right before this sequence, though. Oops, there goes Ashley.
Yeah, and this is why I like the tech grenades, because if you can get the because if you can get the snipers and rocket stuff in your line of sight, you can basically remove them from the fight for a significant period of time.
That sounds wise.
Tech grenades are OP. I never had this much trouble with this fight. But then again, what difficulty are you playing on?
Veteran.
Normal? Veteran. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I never played it on Veteran.
Jack's a badass.
No,
He's
I just
not, however,
mostly.
immune to rockets.
I just mostly never felt good enough at managing a lot of this game's quirks and stuff to get up to higher difficulty levels.
Out of my way!
I usually play games on easy mode if it's an option.
Yeah, that was the sniper. I did not heal myself fast enough. So that's how much splash damage a rocket does. I was in cover and it still killed me.
My ears hurt.
Did it happen again?
Yes.
Yep.
I wasn't typing.
That is so a dinosaur. This is Fallout New Vegas all over again. This is actually Novak.
I don't remember where the sniper is. Ashley might have taken her out.
Good old Ashley.
Yeah, don't seem to be shooting at you anymore.
Thank God. So where is this Saren dude anyway? Gonna be around somewhere.
Let's go ahead and save now that we're done with that section.
Thank God.
And now we're at this section.
Which is...
Okay.
This is the section where I'm going to sit on the edge of it and wait for my cooldowns to reset, because I know I'm going to need them.
So, how's the weather on this alien planet, Jack?
It's partly cloudy, it looks like.
Yeah. At least it's got an atmosphere. That's a thing, actually. Hang on. Where are we, and is this, like, representative of the entire planet? Because you really need a good oxygen cover, and a planet that was in this stage of volcanicity would not be able to provide that level of oxygen.
Also, I left for a moment. What are you talking about?
Volcanoes.
Okay.
If this planet was set in the time period that it's implying, like, it's implying a planet that's... What's the word for the time when? Let me look this up. I used to know this. Yes, very young.
Also... No, what's
the Heerden period, I think it is? Or just before the Heerden?
We have death spot climbing.
Yeah, the Heerden period. Which when we were mostly molten, we didn't have oxygen on the atmosphere and that. I looked away at the wrong moment.
Now we get to fight armatures on foot.
Please no. Please no.
Also, like, 2 snipers.
Also jammed? What's jammed?
That just means I can't see where they are.
The stalkers, the thing the stalkers do, they jam you, and you need specific levels of combat sensor weapon upgrade on your squad to bypass it. Otherwise, you can't tell where enemies are on your minimap.
That sucks.
Nope.
Oh. Oh God, it's coming closer. Oh, you're really dead. Okay.
That's what an armature does. An armature kills you in one shot.
I don't like it. Can we kill, please, Jack? Can we kill it dead?
You need to watch the cutscene now. You get to watch the cutscene now.
Joy! I get to watch the source of our doom. Oh my God, it's clinging to the...
The worst part of this sequence is you cannot skip this cutscene. And you are going to die a lot.
Well, you know me, right? I like bug-like things. I like things that move like insects. These things don't move like insects. They're... I don't know what they move like.
They move like robots.
Yeah. Shooty death robots. Don't let it shoot you. Don't panic, but we might be screwed.
Really, it's not so much the armature itself. The armature is tough and hard to take out. It's the fact that it's accompanied by a lot of the other enemies, so that you can get flanked and overwhelmed pretty quickly.
This is probably the best I've ever done on this sequence.
Yes, I'm very impressed.
The armature itself isn't so tough. You just need to stay in cover, dodge the hits, and just keep pounding it so its shield doesn't recharge.
There we go. Alright, and this is the way into the dig site, so I think this is actually a good stopping point for today.
Krika, I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like hell on earth is crawling its way through your internet connection.
Okay, I'm sorry, I legitimately don't know what could be causing it.
I have no idea what that is.
Unless it's some sort of feedback issue, in which case I don't know
must
why
be.
that would be.
Probably Skype